A Real Pain is a comedic drama written, directed, and produced by Jesse Eisenberg. It stars Eisenberg, Kieran Culkin, Will Sharp, and Jennifer Grey. Emma Stone is also a producer on the film. The film follows mismatched cousins, David and Benji, who reunite for a tour through Poland to honour their beloved grandmother, who has recently passed away. The adventure takes a turn when the pair's old tensions resurface against the backdrop of their family history. This review will be spoiler-free. As someone who is admittedly not always a fan of Jesse Eisenberg, I really enjoyed this film. Don't get me wrong, Eisenberg is great in The Social Network, and I have enjoyed plenty of his films like The Squid and the Whale, Zombieland, The End of the Tour, and Cafe Society. It's just that he often delivers the same sort of awkward performance that doesn't really work so well when you cast him as the villain in something like Batman v Superman, for example. Thankfully, in A Real Pain, his performance plays to his strengths, naturally, because he wrote and directed the film. I cannot speak to the quality of his directorial debut When You Finish Saving the World, because I haven't seen it, despite my interest in it. A Real Pain, however, is the kind of film that is perfectly realised on the page and on the screen from front to back. And it is all the more impressive when considering that it is only Eisenberg's second feature. Eisenberg is really the supporting character here. His character, David, is easy to relate to. Sometimes when you have to be a rock for a less empathetic and less structured family member or friend, you can harbour a resentment towards them despite your deep love for them. You will protect them at all costs, but sometimes their lack of ability to show care for you or themselves can be hard for you. The standout scene for Eisenberg as an actor in this piece is one where he sits at the head of a dinner table in a restaurant, emotionally unloading to his fellow tour group members. He talks passionately of recent events regarding his cousin Benji that have left him frustrated. He holds his emotions in for the whole film leading to this moment. He has another standout scene on a rooftop where he connects with Benji. In regard to Benji, Kieran Culkin delivers a career-best performance here that is sure to not only earn him an Oscar nomination, but likely a win. The character is so unhinged. The audience never knows what he is going to say or do, because he never knows what he's going to say or do. Nor do the characters surrounding him. This unpredictability and chaotic range of emotions give him a zest for life that others grow to love in him, because it reminds them that it is sometimes good to be thoughtless about your mood, and to take in what is happening around you on a true level. Benji throws himself into conversations and situations that David could only dream of because he is too methodical and too afraid of getting hurt. Benji and David are two parts of the same whole, and they both have a lot that they could and should learn from one another. Many of us have known someone like Benji, and they can be exhausting to be around. Someone who clearly has multiple mental illnesses can often be intensely needy and appear to be self-centered, but they too can show empathy at a level that few others can, regardless of the presence of a diagnosis. Benji can be a real pain to those around him, but he can also feel a real pain at a level seldom reached by those around him. This connects him to people and to the earth in a way that can be more spiritual than logical. Everyone processes things differently. We must remember to have grace and to be willing to learn from others, regardless of their situation in life. The film has a strong supporting cast that help to show that even though Benji is the biggest outcast of the group, he is the one that brings them all together in the truest ways. Jennifer Grey is a standout, and it is great to see her in a movie these days because I don't often. The film is really quite funny, thanks to Kieran Culkin's delivery of Eisenberg's dialogue. He keeps everyone on their toes. There's even a scene about how pretty someone's feet are, which is amusing. I have to be honest and say that I have been a bit disappointed in 2024 as far as movies go. It's likely just the fallout of the strikes. It has been a bit of a dry year though, following those strikes, but A Real Pain is easily one of the best of the year. It's not a loud film, but it is tightly crafted from a writing and directing standpoint. It is clear that Jesse Eisenberg succeeded in his mission. He gives a great supporting performance while Kieran Culkin gives a fantastic lead performance. The film is heartfelt, funny, and relatable, and I recommend checking it out if you haven't already. It feels as though Eisenberg put a lot of his own life experience into this film because the whole thing feels so urgent and real.